It's going to become dirty right now, like reality TV producers taking notes, so everyone should buckle up. A disorganized young physician just exposed a scandal so egregious and blatant that not even the love and hip-hop cameras could document such treachery. And by receipts were dropped, I mean that the jock flung the entire pot, kettle, and burner because, guess what? Instead of just spilling the tea, Scrappy was said to have been riding with Kendra, the so-called ride or die, the entire time. Messes up relationships as if they were his day job. Leaked communications and hotel receipts from the same Scrappy, who has previously claimed that he was only friends with Kendra, provide evidence to the contrary. Joc is seeking revenge now that the internet is furious and Kendra, let's just say, may need a public relations team and legal advice. The situation seems 10 times worse because Scrappy Cole has gone radio silent. What is the extent of this betrayal? Which receipts is Joc in possession of? Why is he dropping this bombshell at this particular moment? YungJoc delivers a bomb so dirty that even the producers of Love and Hip Hop were shocked. Just when we thought he had finally gotten into his good guy phase and was relaxing in his barbershop, providing life advice like Steve Harvey. But this is betrayal on a whole new level, like Shakespearean backstabbing with a gutsy belt. It's not just some insignificant reality TV drama. Let's take a little look back. Recall the time when Joc's wife, Kendra Robinson, publicly declared that she was too for Joc's background. She was claiming to be an attorney and not. It turns out that Kendra might have had some skeletons of her own while she was preoccupied with moping about Joc's bizarre history. Oh, Lil Scrappy's chain was on those skeletons. You heard me right. Scrappy, the same Scrappy who was sobbing over Bambi and expressing his desire to reunite with his family. Behind Joc's back, he was supposedly playing family with Kendra. Joc appears on every podcast ever, despite all of this stupidity. Acquires juicy sources, I mean some snoopy folks with screenshots, who assert that Joc learned the truth in the most inconvenient way possible. Hard copy receipts, not gossip, not even sloppy group discussions. Scrappy and Kendra were allegedly far closer than they should have been, according to hotel reservations, text conversations, and even some money transfers that Joc obtained. As everyone knows, when it comes to celebrity controversies, money transfers are like abandoning your fingerprints at the scene of the crime. But let's speak about these texts, since you shouldn't have just seen a few lovely messages as a Joc. This was an entirely new level of disdain. It appears that Scrappy and Kendra were interacting with one another using codes, not just any codes, but shady, crafty codes that confused me. One supposedly stated, "You know I don't regret anything. You always knew where my heart was." Excuse me, your heart, Scrappy, sir. You just spent all of last season crying about how much you wanted Bambi back, and now we're talking. This man is a professional disaster when it comes to hearts and sorrow. At this point, Kendra might as well pack her lawyer's badge and head directly to divorce court because there is no spinning involved. To make matters worse, another message allegedly said, "I hate sneaking around like this. We deserve to be happy without sneaking around." The absurd thing is that the Joc wasn't even out here acting like a detective, let alone searching for this t-shirt. Imagine just going about your daily activities, attempting to manage your. If we know anything about Hollywood drama, it's that leaks are never accidental. Joc should be aware that there is a snitch in the crew since someone wanted this to be made public. Let's now rationally dissect this. Screenshots of your wife and your friend behaving like an entire situation are sent to you by a random number. Who sent the receipts is now the actual question. Someone was waiting for the ideal moment to reveal the truth, and someone who knew and disapproved felt angry enough to expose them. The streets are speculating that Bambi might be involved. Yes, it's Scrappy's ex-wife, the same Bambi who was played left and right before she finally left. But we could sit here all day trying to figure out who it was. I'm not claiming that she leaked it, but why would anybody else have access to Scrappy's texts? Let's be honest. Although Scrappy was a chronic line stepper, according to Bambi, this is just wonderful. If this is accurate, Scrappy was not only out there destroying his marriage, but also acting as an undercover lover in Joc's marriage, which is where things get very messy. But as you can see, Joc is not like this quiet person. Let's deal with privately. No, as you all remember when he made Kendra seem foolish on national TV, Joc is petty. If you thought that was awful the last time, you're not ready for what he just did because, rather than keeping this information to himself and sobbing in private, this man went directly to the internet. Now, I want everyone to understand how insane this is in the celebrity world. When you uncover your spouse cheating, you typically pay a lawyer, post a vague "I deserve better" remark on Instagram, and move on. However, Joc chose to go public with intensity because he started his podcast just hours after obtaining those receipts. On his Instagram Live, Joc started sharing details as if he had nothing to lose. I wish them the best, but let's keep it quiet. He wasn't even trying to be discreet about it. This man was calling them both out while joking and laughing. I was wondering why my wife was always so invested in Scrappy's love life. Like, damn girl, are we a PR team or something? He asked at one time, only to find out that she was just monitoring her situation. In essence, he warned the industry to leave him out of any drama if Kendra and Scrappy had secrets, rather than just criticizing them. He is now keeping the entire hip-hop community on edge after saying, "You guys better stop playing with me. I have enough receipts to create chaos in the love and hip-hop universe. Keep running your mouths, and I must start dropping them." The difficulty begins when Baby Joc claims to have time today. Wait until you hear what Scrappy did next if you thought Joc's revelation of them was insane. Social media was ablaze with group chats, Instagram comment sections, and gossip blogs after YungJoc's Bombshell admission, as everyone attempted to ascertain the true scope of the incident. The way Joc was acting. Oh, he wasn't doing this for clout. He was out for blood, and Scrappy's damage control made it clear that this man was rushing to see most of the people, even though initially people thought it was just another love and hip-hop stunt or some stage drama for ratings. People typically do one of three things when they are caught in a scandal like this. They either come clean, apologize, and hope that people move on, or they play the victim and act as though they are being lied to, or they stay silent and let the drama dissipate. But no, Scrappy made the worst decision imaginable. He continued to lie as if we hadn't already seen the invoices, rather than clearing his name. Late at night, Scrappy appears on Instagram Live with a stressed-out expression, pacing back and forth, massaging his head, and visibly anxious, pacing and taking deep breaths. Man, you believe anything, bro? Like real talk? You just run with whatever the internet tells you. That's crazy. Oh, here we go, the quintessential "you believe any" defense, sir. Be for real. Joc produced screenshots, cash transfers, hotel reservations, and receipts to prove that was not a mere Twitter rumor. We've been through too much for him to be out here spreading lies. He went on, "Joker, my brother, and Kendra, I would never do anything like that to him." To be clear, Scrappy could have just said, "Yo, I messed up. I was in a bad place or something." Because this isn't the first time he's been complicated in relationships. Recall when Bambi called him out for constantly cheating. This is the same man who was bouncing between Erica Dixon, Shay, and other people. Instead, he tried to mislead people online as though no one believed him. Bambi had been quiet since she left Scrappy, and she had already spoken about how he treated her and washed her hands of him. But this felt personal because if Scrappy was involved with Kendra, while still begging Bambi to take him back, then he was playing both of them. Johnson and Bambi were acting like he was in a relay race, and the worst part was that while Scrappy was out there denying everything, someone else was getting ready to spill even more tea, and guess who Bambi's retaliation was? This is the messiest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I thought I had never seen anything like it. Bambi posted a cryptic message on Instagram stories saying that some men really think you are untouchable and that no matter how many times you lie and cheat, karma won't catch up to you. But trust me, it always does. She said that she didn't need to go out into the world to know who she was referring to though, because she was already aware of it. Listen, Bambi was seeming unbothered as Scrappy faced backlash when she remarked, "The real dagger. Men love to play dumb when they get caught, but trust me, no one's fabricating things. The truth is out there. It's all that, but these few couldn't be me. If you did it, own up to it and be accountable." The jock is now exposing him, and his own ex-wife is also co-signing the drama. As if things couldn't get any worse, Kendra finally speaks after she confirms everything. When a scandal got too big to ignore, a public relations team took over, and Kendra Robinson finally made a statement. Did she deny it, explain it, or apologize? No, she made the most well-thought-out, lawyer-approved statement ever. "I am not participating in rumors, gossip, or misinformation. My marriage is my business, and I will not allow outside noise to dictate my truth." Thank you, girl. Bye. We all know that when someone does not participate in rumors, it means the worst part is that, while Kendra was out there trying to contain the damage, you know who was watching this whole mess unfold and getting the last laugh? YungJoc. After seeing Scrappy lie, Bambi threw shade, and Kendra dropped her weak statement. The rumors are true, and the internet is giving her what she wants. The Shade Room, Twitter, TikTok, and others were dragging her sister, saying, "You did it and went. You fumbled your entire marriage for Scrappy." Joc claimed that he was enjoying his tea while watching the circus and that, honestly, he had won. Scrappy was apprehended, Kendra was being hauled away, and Bambi was laughing uncontrollably. Joc is simply watching to see how much worse things get because, trust me, it's not yet over. All right, so Scrappy is drowning, Kendra is dodging bullets, and Bambi is enjoying her tea while the internet goes crazy. But guess what? The mess isn't yet because he decided to go. I don't have to explain myself to anyone, and Joc is my brother. He's just talking out his neck, boy. Until now, Joc had been playing it cool by leaving hints and laughing on Instagram, allowing Scrappy to dig his own grave. However, in his Instagram live tirade, Scrappy went too far, saying, "Man, you love drama. You love tearing people down. You act like you know what's going on, but you don't know the half of it." He was because CHC isn't just some random guy running his mouth. This is a man who knows far too much. It's crazy how men play the victim when they are exposed, but let me be clear that I didn't say anything that wasn't true. If you want to act foolish, let's talk about it. Let's discuss the other times you've been out here moving recklessly. Let's discuss the real reason your marriage fell apart. Let's talk about how you were crying in my direct messages. The jock then used the ultimate power move. If I was lying, why did you call me right after I said it? There were receipts upon receipts when Bambi left you, my goodness, and Scrappy had no way out. Why did you text me about the topic we need to discuss? Why are you freaking out if he is so innocent? The hashtags #Scrappy, #expose, #J, and #Bambi were right, and trending memes were flying. At this point, Scrappy was at a loss for words. He couldn't deny it. He couldn't clap back, he was done, and the internet went berserk. When Sana tweeted, "Ain't no way Scrappy got caught like this," people sent videos of Scrappy's past romantic and hip-hop fights with comments such as, "Bro, you had all this energy for other dudes, but now you're quiet." Even celebrities started reacting. You all know he had to say something. LM Charleston White. "Boy, you got here looking bad," he said during his live discussion on Scrappy. "You made too many mistakes." Bambi abruptly doubled down, saying, "Go sit down somewhere, son." By this point, Bambi had talked enough and persuaded everyone that Scrappy was lying. But when Joe, after 2 minutes of silence, she said, "Ladies, this is why you have to let a man embarrass himself because, trust me, he will." With her hair and nails done, she went live again, feeling as carefree as ever. She sat there drinking a drink and scrolled through her phone, letting the comments fly. Each time Boone dropped the mic, she didn't mention names because everyone knew who she was talking about. And now Scrappy wasn't just. We had to determine who had truly won after all of this chaos. Scrappy lost badly after being caught having an affair with Kendra, His best friend lost all credibility when he attempted to gaslight the internet, and Kendra, worse, lost her reputation as a moral lawyer after being dragged for cheating with Scrappy. Everyone had to sit there while the jock got the last laugh, and Bambi, without even trying, got the last statement. His entire brand was about being a real person, a family man, and someone who realized his mistakes. YungJoc, the biggest winner, didn't just expose Scrappy. Instead, he ruined him. He sat back and let the receipts speak for him. And the crazy part is that Joc never even had to apologize because, let's face it, this scandal will not be forgotten anytime soon. Now though, comments like "Where is Kendra?" appear anytime he publishes. However, let's give credit where credit is due. Joc played this perfectly. He waited for the right moment, spoke the facts only, and then just sat back and let Scrappy ruin himself. In a similar vein, whenever Bambi posts, people say, "Girl, you dodged a bullet," and "Kendra, you better lay low for a while because once the internet turns on, you aren't coming back." It's crazy, but tell me, do you think Scrappy will ever get over this? Or is his reputation permanently damaged? What about Kendra? Should Joc take her back? I know you have something to say. If you want to see the latest celebrity drama, don't forget to leave a comment. At this point, the only question is, who will be the next to be exposed? Because if this drama has taught us anything, it's that these reality stars remain messy, and the internet will always be watching the end feud. For exclusive tea and surprising scandals, click the like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications you would rather not see buttons. Don't miss what's about to happen.